Welcome back to Off the Dribble, featuring myself, Ashrit, and my co-host Chetan. We're back in person for the first time in a bit, and today we're back with some NBA content. So, with the season right around the corner, we saw a bunch of other podcasts ranking their sort of top 10 per position, and we thought, man, might as well join in. So, I think today we're gonna have time for point guards, shooting guards, and small forwards. So we'll start off with the point guards and we'll just go from 10 to 1. We'll go 10, 10, 9, 9, etc. And then we'll discuss. Because, we've been watching a lot of basketball together. So we have pretty similar rankings, but I hope they're not too similar.
You can start off.
At number 10, I have De'Aaron Fox.
Okay. At number 10, I also have De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people probably expect him to be higher. But
you think so?
I think maybe like some people might put him around like this like 8 to 6 range. I think just based off like his explosiveness and like he has the ability to give you 60 points, 50 points. He's done it before. But for me, I think like the consistency is never there.
He's injury prone too.
He's injury prone. There's times where like he shoots like 40% from 3, and there's times where he's shooting like 28% from 3. Being the number one option on a team, I don't think they can go anywhere. But on the Spurs, like I think it's a good complementary piece to Wemby, obviously.
I feel kind of bad for him because now, like, people, I don't know, it's like Stephon Castle, Dylan Harper. There's like a logjam at the position. I feel like he won't really get to show how good he really is on the Spurs, especially with the Wemby like projected to take the sort of ascension that he's going to take. So I think like on a different team, maybe the Kings, he could probably be higher, but
like there was only a certain ceiling for that team too. Like we saw it. Like they were the 3rd seed, but like they lost in the first round, which was a little disappointing that season. But I think that's where like they ended up trading him.
And this team could like make it like deep run of the playoffs maybe in 2-3 years.
Yeah,
so
I agree.
Okay, number 9 is a player I think you have a lot higher.
Okay. I think I know who it is.
Number 9, I have Tyrese Maxey.
Okay. That's valid.
Yeah.
That's valid. I think he's obviously also kind of injury prone. That's the thing. A smaller guard doesn't play too much defense. I think the league is honestly like not like fully shifting to defense, but I think more teams are starting to put more of an emphasis on defense nowadays. I think that's like one thing. But I feel like this season, I think he can show why he can go up. But I think 9 is a good spot.
I just think after a down year last season, right? Like he was his highest points per game in terms of average, but all his efficiency were down. So 100%. I think he has the talent to be sort of a top 5 point guard, but I don't know if he's like fully shown it back-to-back years yet.
Yeah. For 9, for me, I have James Harden.
Yeah.
Okay. I think like it's like the perfect place to him. He's like not as like effective offensively per se. Like he's not gonna go and drop 30 points per game like he used to, but his passing it's like he kind of like switched games completely when he got traded from Houston, took more of that pass first role, and I think he really found a way to like recreate his career in a sense. I think people didn't really think he would play at this high level at the Clippers. I don't think they thought he would be a main reason why. He's probably their best player, honestly, because Kawhi's like never on the court. Yeah. So we'll see what happens next season, but I'll put him at 9.
Yeah, I have him at 8.
Okay.
So I agree with everything you said. I just think like he's really improved as a leader too. Like maybe the playoff numbers aren't as or we'd like them to be still at this point. Maybe he probably won't change at that point.
Yeah.
But I think like him being able to shift his like play style to be like a pure passer and score when they need, that's pretty cool. So I think 8 to 9 is a good spot for him.
Yeah. So you had him 8, so we're at 8 now. I think this might be a little controversial, but I have Ja at 8.
It's not. I have him at 7.
Okay. All right, good. But I'm not a huge Ja fan. I don't think that like he's like a top 5 point guard. I don't think he's as explosive or like as good as everyone says. But I mean, he's still like top 30, 35 player in the league. He's like shown to lead the Grizzlies to the playoffs. I think he can be that number 1 option. He just has to be on the court more. He had his injury struggles last season, and I mean, being paired with Jaren Jackson Jr., like that team can only go certain ways, in my opinion. So you can't really put it all on him. But the explosiveness is there. I just want to see that expand in his game, kind of like what Ant did. Like every season, like you see something improve. I haven't really seen like the 3-point shot or like the jumper come like fluidly. So if like he takes steps in that direction, I think he has potential.
It's crazy because 3 years ago he was probably like a penciled in top 5 point guard. Yeah. Like the Grizzlies were the 2 seed. Everything was like sky high. Then all the controversy happens, and all of a sudden we're like saying he's not as good as people think he is. Like but he's the most explosive point guard in the league. He's just not. I don't think he plays consistent enough on a night-in, night-out basis. Like you see against the Thunder, like in the playoffs, first like 3 games, he was really struggling. The 4th game, he figured us out.
Yeah. But it's
But
too
then
late.
but then he got hurt, and then it all went down after that. So I think I don't know, one of the best leapers in the league, a really really like underrated passer,
Mhm.
but I don't think he's like I think there's a big gap between him and the next player I have at 6.
Yeah. So I'm on 7.
Yeah,
right?
you're on 7.
So for 7 for me is Tyrese Maxey.
Mhm.
I'm like a bigger fan of Tyrese Maxey. I think like his offensive game for his size, like what he does is like he does it really well. He can score in bunches. He's really clutch too, which I don't
Yeah.
think people realize. Like he's one of like probably the clutchest player on the Sixers, even though they have Embiid.
Easily.
But yeah, I think this will be the year. Like the Sixers are going to be a little bit more healthy. They have a little bit more of a complete team, even though Jerry McCain went down. You have VJ Edgecombe that can come in. Kind
I feel like we were a year ago here saying this exact same thing.
But like again, who knows? Hopefully, Embiid actually plays. Like even if you get like 45 games out of him, 50 games, like I think they could be a play-in team, a 7 seed, especially with how weak the East is. So if they can make the playoffs and he can make a push in the playoffs, I think he'll show people how talented he actually is.
Yeah. So this is 6, right?
Yeah.
So this is where I have Trae Young.
Yeah, I also have Trae Young at 6.
Yeah.
I think our 6 to 1 will be the same
Yeah.
people, maybe just a slightly different order from 5. I don't really know.
Nah, I
Probably
think
not.
it should be the same.
Yeah, it should be the same.
Yeah, I mean, I think top 3 passer in the NBA.
Yeah.
I wish his shot selection was a little better.
Mhm.
That's the only critique I have of him, honestly. Because I mean, you can't say too much about his defense just because he's too small. Like,
Yeah,
you can't control what you're born with.
exactly. And
But-
like, I mean, people say he doesn't put effort defensively, but like, I don't really think that's the case because every time you're on the floor, you got to at least like somewhat try and guard.
Yeah.
But like, he is a cone per se. Like,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
doesn't know how to guard. But I think the offensive side of the ball, he outmatches the defense pretty easily, and you kind of touch on everything.
Yeah. So now we're at 5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is where I have Cade.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
I
you have
have-
Cade a little higher?
Yeah, I have Brunson at 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Really? Okay. Why Brunson lower than Cade?
I don't know.
Damn, I thought I was the Cade guy.
Yeah, I'm not a Brunson guy.
Oh, okay,
More
okay.
say I'm not a Brunson guy. I
Okay.
don't like that he has a ball in his hands for way too long. I
Mhm.
think it'll change this season because of like the coaching change and it's more of a emphasis on ball movement. But like I understand you're the best player on your team, but you have like 4 other capable players on the team too that can consistently hit open shots. So I think he can expand that part of his game, but like for his size, for what he does in the post, like his finishing and everything, like it's impressive. And like I'm putting him at 5 too, so
Yeah,
it's not,
yeah.
I don't really
You're not
think
saying
it's
he's trash, yeah.
disrespectful. Yeah, I'm not saying he's trash either. Like he's also one of the clutcher players in the league too.
Mhm.
So like I think 5 is a good place for me.
Yeah, with full transparency, guys, I wanted to put Cade at 3, but I thought I'd be too biased. I put him
Yeah.
at 5. I just don't think he's done enough in the playoffs for me to put him over Brunson.
Mhm.
But I mean, let's talk about Cade. Like what a player, right?
Yeah.
Like he like I don't think there's a way to game plan against him. He's really figured out like being a 3-level scorer.
Yep.
I think coming into the league, his weakness was a 3-point shot. He's figured that he's in the 3-point contest for
Yeah.
crying out loud. Like he's figured that out. I think his biggest strength is passing out of the high post and the low post. Like he's able to find cutters. I mean, look at their team last year. It wasn't too different from the team the year before. In
Mhm.
fact, they didn't have Jaden Ivey.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think he's a real floor raiser. Like he's not that bad defensively. I feel like he's only going to take like a even higher leap this year. All-star starter is like almost a lock, I think,
Yeah.
at this point. So
I think he averaged like 25 a game last year.
26, like
Yeah.
10 and 8 or something. Like,
I think
26, 8 and 8,
Year
something
3 in the
crazy.
league.
He's-
Yeah.
Yeah.
So exactly.
Yeah.
Like I think all around, like he's like 6'6", big body for a point guard. He can shoot the ball. He can score at all 3 levels, pass, rebound.
He's so good.
It's like you just want to see it. I think more in the postseason, but again, like he's only made the postseason once, so it's
Who did they draft this year?
I don't know.
I feel like maybe they had a lower pick, so I wouldn't know.
I think they did have a lowerish because they didn't make the playoffs. They were 6 seed,
Yeah.
so
I don't even worry
yeah,
about that.
blanking. But I think like they can make a run next season, especially with like injuries and everything.
did
going on.
they pick up Dennis Schroeder?
Yeah, in the middle of last season. They did.
Yeah, so I don't know. Wait, is he still on the team or
I
not?
think he is still on this team.
If they like, I think their team's a little deeper.
Yeah.
I like Malik Beasley is a huge loss, but
Yeah.
I don't think Duncan Robinson's too far off. At least a shooter. The defense is like much.
Yeah.
But if they get Jaden Ivey back, like I feel like they can make it. And Asar's Thompson's gonna
He'll be back.
increase
Increase minutes. He'll be off his
Yeah.
minutes restriction. So yeah.
I have a feeling these 3 are gonna be the same order.
Yeah.
So 3 have Steph.
Steph.
Yeah,
Luka, and Shea.
yeah. Steph, Luka, Shea. I mean, we don't need to go.
Two didn't need.
Yeah,
but
we've talked about these guys for like 60 episodes
Yeah.
at this point. But I mean, to touch on Steph a little bit, like it's so insane that he's
How
still
old
up
is he,
here.
like 34?
He's 36.
36, and
Yeah.
he's still a top 3-point guard in the league.
Yeah. And I mean, you could make an argument he's second.
Yeah,
Like like
he doesn't do like he doesn't pass better than Luka. He can't shoot better. He can't rebound better than Luka. But like just like the gravity that he has on the offensive side of the ball, still at this age, like even though like last season kind of was a down year, you could say for him, like he was still getting doubled left and right, and that opens up so much for that team that people don't really understand. So you got to keep him at 3.
Yeah. And I mean, like, there's not much you don't have to like Luka and Shea. Like,
Yeah.
these are like 2 of the top 4 players in the league. Like, they don't really have much weakness to their
Mhm.
offensive games. One player doesn't have weakness on both sides.
Yeah, one player has a pretty glaring weakness on one side.
And I think that's the difference, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's why one is better than the other.
And I think like last season, like the playoff series, like I don't think Luka was fully healthy. Like he just
No.
coming back from an injury, new team. Like, but I think next season he'll be a lot better. I don't know if that the team will be good, but
Yeah.
like he'll be a lot better definitely. And I think, I mean, they say he lost weight, but apparently he's 15 pounds heavier than what he
Yeah,
was
I don't
last
understand
year, so
it.
I don't really know, but he'll still drop 30 probably every night. So
like, the weight thing is so overblown.
yeah,
Like,
I think
he'll
like after
figure it out.
7 years in the league and still producing, people talking about the weight, like I don't really. I'm like
Averaging a triple double, who gives a fuck about the weight?
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, that's our top 10 point guards. Now we'll move on to the top 10 shooting guards.
Yep.
I think this list would be a bit different
Yeah.
because there just aren't that many good shooting guards, and I think this is where like positional ambiguity begins, right? Because you don't know who plays what position anymore. I have a feeling you definitely don't have my 10 at your 10, but we'll start off.
Yeah.
So I have Lou Dort at 10.
Okay.
I just think there's such a gap between like 3 and like the rest of the list
It's
here.
crazy.
So it's hard for me to start ranking people, but I think his upside on defense like
puts it over.
Puts him over like maybe someone who may give you a lot of points offensively. Like him transforming into a 42% 3-point shooter while also giving you all NBA first team defense is so clutch, and he's the person we build our entire defense scheme around. The fact that he can essentially shut out one player, like what he did to Ant, or what he did to Tyrese, or what he did to like essentially any like 3 or higher that we played in the playoffs. He just completely took him out of the game.
Yeah. For me, 10, I have Brandon Ingram. I don't know. He could technically be a small forward. He could be a shooting guard. You can. I don't really know what he plays, but I put him as a shooting guard.
Yeah.
Technically, is like a 6'9" shooting guard, but like he is really skinny, so don't really know what he does. But he was injured last season. But I think like when he's healthy, like he can consistently give you like 22 points per game, pretty solidly. One of like in my opinion, one of the very underrated mid-range shooters in the NBA. He can, because of like his length and his height, he can shoot over defenders pretty easily. Shoots it pretty efficiently as well. Defensively, I mean, like he's average. He puts the effort in. Like it's nothing like crazy, but I think he'll be a good addition for the Raptors.
Yeah, I had him as a 3. So we'll get to. I think I'll have him when we get to him in their small forwards list.
Yeah.
But at 9, I had Austin Reeves.
Okay.
I don't know what to think about Austin Reeves. Like, he's cool. Like, I feel like he's really, really good offensively. Like on his best day.
Yeah.
But I feel like in the playoffs against you guys, he sort of disappeared. I didn't really remember him doing anything.
He didn't really do too much.
Yeah. So it's hard to rank him because I feel like the person who obviously like the Lakers are a better team with Luka, but maybe Austin Reeves is a worse player with Luka.
Because he doesn't have the ball in his hands much anymore.
He really benefited from AD's like sort of like interior gravity, like sort of like giving him space to operate. Whereas Luka kind of takes the ball out of his hands. I don't think they've really had a game that they both play well together. Yeah. So like I don't know. I think he's gonna make a move to be honest, but
I agree.
I have him here for now.
I also have him at 9.
Yeah.
I think like you touched on everything. Like offensively, like he can be explosive, give you 30 one night, but like I don't really like last season, like again in the playoffs, like he was kind of just there. Like he would make the occasional 3 every now and then. Yeah, like sometimes it might have been a big 3, but like the inefficiency was there, like wasn't consistent for more than like a game. So like I think like you can't really put him higher than 9.
Yeah. So 8, he could be a 3, bro. But I have Desmond Bane at 8. Another one of those players I don't know how to rank, bro.
Yeah.
Like I feel like he's cool. Like he's a fantastic shooter.
Yeah.
He's a pretty decent defender. I think he's gonna make the Magic a good amount better.
Yeah.
He kind of like fixes all their problems really in the perimeter. But I just don't know if he's that sort of top end talent that can sort of elevate them to like a championship.
Mhm.
But next to Paolo and Franz, he should be decent
Decent,
comfort addition.
yeah. At 8, I have Dyson Daniels.
God, Dyson Daniels. Damn. He's definitely better than Dort, bro.
I think last season, like winning most improved and defensive player of the year in the same year, it's pretty impressive. 2 years ago when he was on the Pelicans, people, if you're a casual just fan who tunes in like every now and then to the NBA, you probably didn't know who he was too much, or you probably barely heard of him. But I think offensively, like there's still a lot that he could work on, but he improved a lot, especially downhill, attacking the rim in transition. The 3-point shot, like you saw, I saw the improvement from the beginning to the end. I mean, I think the Hawks like shooting coach is Kyle Korver, so like if your shot doesn't get better, then you gotta be like
Mhm.
doing something wrong. But defensively, man, it's the anticipation for like the ball when he's like playing on ball defense, off ball, like it's crazy. And like when you watch his highlights, like sometimes it looks like he's not trying, and like he's just like floating in front of
Yeah.
the defender. And
It's
I
all
like
field.
yeah, and like he explained it too. Like there's like an episode where he kind of there's an interview where he like breaks down how he plays defense, and he just goes like, yeah, I kind of just like have like a great sense of feel for the game, and you can't really teach that. So I think 8, 7. I was at 7. Yeah,
That was 8.
8. Yeah, I think 8's a good place for him.
Yeah, I would have had him. It's a mistake by me. I think what I've noticed is a lot of like my 4 through 10 is they're all like lockdown defenders,
Yeah.
whereas the top 3 are all like very
Very,
like offensive players, right? And that continues. Number 7 is Derek White.
Okay,
He could honestly be higher,
I have him at 7 as well.
but yeah, but I just don't know if like people are saying all-star, I just don't see that, but like he can get you 30.
Yeah.
Like he's gotten 30 a bunch of times before. He's a
Mhm.
knockdown shooter and great defender. You can't really ask for much more on a team with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, right? He's a
Yeah.
perfect complementary piece.
I think like people overrate him, or like, people like value him, like not value him too much, but like his 3-point shooting, I think they like overvalue that, and
It's
that
too streaky.
and that overrates him as a player. And I don't think he should be an overrated player because he does exactly what the Celtics need him to do.
Mhm.
Like he's a lockdown defender, like you said.
He's looking underrated defender and overrated offensive player.
Yeah, it's exactly that. I think like his offensive game isn't as explosive as what people say. It's
Mm.
not like, I mean, he can give you like 21 points just off of threes. Like he's a great shooter,
Mhm.
but like the rest of his game is just so like it's
Mhm.
nothing like tremendous compared to the rest of the league. But the defense, I think, is what sets it apart.
He might be the best shot blocking guard in the league.
Yeah.
like, for him and Shea.
Yeah.
6, I have someone who, bro, he should be higher with the amount of talent I thought he had like 5 years ago. But I have Zach LaVine.
I also have that
Yeah.
at 6.
Like he's so good, but
He's
and,
very
like
good.
but no one will ever like see how good he is because he plays on such shit teams, bro. Like Bulls for like forever. He was on you guys and you guys were ass. Like
Yeah.
he was now he's on the Kings were
Things
terrible.
are
Like
terrible.
he's got a. I wish he was on a team. I don't know, like the Warriors or something. Like
Mhm.
someone that could elevate him. Maybe it's like the Magic that'd have been pretty sick.
Magic would be cool.
But he's kind of stuck in like just. I mean, he's getting a bag, but
Yeah.
like. And talk about his game, right? He's like such a well-rounded offensive player. He's one of the best jumpers in the league's ever seen.
Jumper's insane.
Yeah,
Man.
yeah. I think I don't know. Like he's when he was healthy, he was a really good defender, but
yeah,
he's sort of slow downish now. But I really like his game. I think like I'd probably have him as an offensive player higher than most people think.
Mhm.
But I just
dude, like I think like 3 years ago when he was like fully healthy his last season with the Bulls, like I would like watch their games sometimes and like, he just would not miss.
yeah.
And like the level of difficulty that the shots he was making were like insane.
He had the 3-point record for makes in a game
Yeah.
before Steph just obliterated it.
Yeah, he was like I think
Play, sorry.
his ability, like his like not catch and shoot, but like ability to like not even off the dribble, just like kind of like movement, like three ball, like moving off the picks and stuff like that, like fading away to the left, like some crazy ass stuff
Mhm.
he would do. But I mean, I think he just needs to be healthy. I don't really know how well he did last season after he got traded.
I
Was
don't,
he?
know. I don't
doing-
have the numbers.
Yeah, but I think next season, like with a healthy season, like with training camp and everything, it should play a little bit better.
So 5, I have Mikal Bridges.
5, I also have Mikal Bridges.
Yeah, he's just a solid 3-and-D player.
Yeah.
Last season in the playoffs, he probably won him 2 games with his
Mhm.
defense at the end of games. He on the Nets. He was like he could have been an all-star.
Yep.
He's kind of tapered off since then.
Yeah.
but I still think he's exactly what the Knicks need,
Mhm.
sort of as like that, sort of like third, sort of complementary best defender. Also can get you a bucket.
This is 4.
4, I have a Men Thompson.
Okay, I have a man as small forward.
Okay.
Yeah. 4, I have Desmond Bain.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I have him pretty high.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I think his offensive game is like a lot better than like majority of the people on the list.
Uh-huh.
So I put him there. I also think like not last season, was it the season before when Ja was hurt? Yeah, he averaged like 23 or 24 points per game on like 42% shooting from
Mhm.
3, and like that team was ass. But
Mhm.
like with how bad that team was, like it's kind of crazy that he even was so efficient, because you would assume that like people would double him, but he still was able to make the most out of the season. I think that's when he showcased how good he really is, and I think the shooting guard position is kind of weaker, so
Yeah.
I put him.
I'm not mad at all him at 4. Like I feel like, I mean, do you think a men's better than him as a player?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah. So like if you don't think a man's a shooting guard, then yeah, I think 5 through 8 are pretty
Yeah.
interchangeable. A man, I think this the season, bro, he could make a run.
Mhm.
Like he's not gonna catch Ant, but I think he could really end up, for me, if I consider him a 2. I think he end up 2 at this list.
Ooh, wow.
Like
2.
he's so good, and like I think Asar might be a better like on ball defender.
Yeah.
But that's not discrediting a man's defense at all.
Not at
Like,
all.
he's insane. And I think like maybe he doesn't have a jump shot yet. I think he's sort of developed a sort of like mid-range pull-up. If he gets that,
Mhm.
his interior game is so good, and he's just the most athletic player I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
So I think like, bro, he's like a little baby Giannis, bro.
Mhm.
It's like that's the comp.
It's like literally the comp. I just
yeah.
want to see the potential in play, but I think what happen next
Yeah.
season. And then
the 3, like, the 3 should I don't know. You might have 3 and 2
I
flipped.
have D Mitch.
Yeah, okay, I have D Mitch too.
Yeah. I have Book at 2 and
Yeah,
then Ant
and
at
at
1.
1.
Yeah, I think we've like probably discussed it. I think with shooting guards, I think we've discussed like more than before, especially
Yeah.
the top 3.
Yeah.
I used to have D Mitch over Book, but I think I like thought about it recently. I feel like Book's like game all around. His ability
So
to
polished, bro.
yeah, his ability like to play the point guard position as well as he does when he's naturally like such a good scorer and like set up offenses. He might not like drop 10 assists a game, but like he's setting up the offense. He's the one putting them in sets, like running plays. Like I think that's very underrated about his game. He's also has the ability to go out there and like play lockdown defense. He was, I think, Team USA's like #1 defender when
Mhm.
he was playing.
Mhm.
So like all around, like very polished. His shot selection is like impeccable. Like he only takes the shots he knows he can make, and
Mhm.
majority of the time he's making them.
Yeah. But I mean, the rise that Anthony Edwards, like, this is like it's crazy how the gap has really
Yeah.
formed between him and Book. 'Cause I used to think Book was better.
Mhm.
Now it's to a point where you can't even argue that Anthony Edwards isn't.
I think next season that gap is gonna be even bigger.
Yeah.
Like I think like some people probably don't think, but like I think having a full summer, like in like 3 years, especially at how young he is, to like actually work on your game, like helps a lot.
Mhm.
And like when he says he does something, he usually adds it to his bag. So I feel like the mid range, he'll be in his bag and he'll show all 3 levels consistently. So and then
Yeah.
defensively, he's been more locked in. It seems like he wants to make more of an emphasis on that end. He wants to. I think one of his goals this season is to make an All NBA defensive team. So we'll see if he could do that. But if he does that, then I think that would even kind of make the gap 10 times bigger than what it is already.
Yeah, we could be talking about him with the top 5,
Yeah.
right? Like the Shea,
Already
Nikola
he's
Jokic,
like just a
Giannis.
little bit out
Yeah.
of top 5 at like the
Yeah.
7-8 range.
Yeah.
But I think if he can make all defensive team, it would be. We all know that defensive like ability is there. You see
Yeah.
it when he wants to lock down, he'll lock down. But
Especially in a league with no Tatum, bro. He
Yeah.
can really make a run.
he can 100%.
But yeah, that's our shooting guards list. So now
Yep.
we'll go on to small forwards.
Yeah.
Okay. So 10, I have OG Anunoby.
10, I have Jaden McDaniels.
This is so crazy, bro. I can't believe I have Jaden McDaniels
Wait,
higher than you.
really?
Yeah.
Oh wow,
This is crazy.
that's kind of wild. I think I don't know. I might underrate Jaden's game a little bit. I don't know. I also like think that some of these players like are better than him like offensively, even though his defense is so good. But I think there's like some lacks in his offensive game that don't make up for it as much. But I think Jaden like end of last season, I think you saw the improvement in his offensive game. The mid range was there. I think we changed his role. He wasn't more of like sitting in the corner catch and shoot 3. And then next season, like taking that and attacking the rim more, I feel like he'll showcase that more. And if he gets that like 15 point per game mark, like average throughout a season, I think I could put him higher. But like again, defensively, I think he's like a top 5 to 6 perimeter defender in the league. He can guard 1 through 4. I think he actually did a very good job on Luka in the Lakers series compared to how he played him against when he was on Dallas. But like when he played Shea, I think Shea like matches up against him really well. Like it's Shea's like I think Jaden's like small, and Shea has the ability to kind of create that space pretty frequently, and Jaden gets frustrated a lot, and you saw it happen. He like pushed Shea in like the middle of the game after like getting called like 4 fouls. But I think stopped fouling a little bit more. I don't think he made an all defensive team last season. Did he?
I don't think so.
I don't think he did. I think if he can go back to that level again, that'd be good. But I think 10 is good for me.
Yeah, I mean, I had OG at 10.
I have OG at 9.
I think okay. So we just flipped them around.
Yeah,
but I don't know. I think the Raptors should have been a little higher, bro.
Yeah.
I feel like he's kind of tapered off in the Knicks, but because I think Mikhail should also be the better offensive player, and OG's probably the better defensive player at this point. I just want to see him healthy.
Yeah,
like it just keeps on like that. The hamstring injury just keeps popping up over and over again. I just want to see him sort of healthy for a stretch. But I mean, 3-and-D, like he's like the
ultimate 3-and-D kind of
exactly.
player.
He's exactly the sort of plug-in. He can play on any team.
Exactly.
As for Jaden, I just think his offensive game is a little more polished at this point. I just think OG off the dribble is
and it's definitely like you said, his role in the Knicks is like fully 3-and-D.
Yeah,
like he sits in the corner.
Yeah, and I really like that little like the fadeaway near the free throw line that Jaden McDaniels developed.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's a nice shot. I feel like he's only going to elevate his offensive game.
100%. Like he's only 25 or 24 years old too. So like the rest of our team is pretty young. So it'll be cool.
Yeah.
100%.
So this is 8, right?
Yeah.
So 8, I have BI.
Okay.
You touched on BI enough. I just think another player should be much higher on this list. He just keeps getting hurt. And like again, last time we saw BI play, he got packed in, bro, by Lou Dort. So I think he needs a season. Again, this is a good chance for him to sort of like restate his stand in the NBA, because like the offense is sort of going to run through him. As good as Scotty is, like I feel like this is sort of like his offense.
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna see like the best version of Brandon Ingram this season.
I agree. We're on
8.
At 8, I have Cam Johnson. Okay. This is a little contradictory of like what I said before, but it is actually very contradictory of what I said before. Not gonna lie.
You have Cam Johnson over Jaden McDaniels?
Yeah, I might have. Dude, should I change my? I kind of want to change my list.
Cam Johnson over Jaden McDaniels is such a backwards opinion from everything you said in your life.
But I'm.
Fair enough. Continue.
Yeah, like the averages are better. Like just like off the averages, I think offensively, like he's a better shooter. I think Cam Johnson shot like 40% from 3 like the last like 4 seasons he's been in the league. Defensively, like he's above average. It's not like he's below average, but he's not at the same level as Jaden, obviously. But I think like his offensive game is more polished. I think again, like my whole thing is like I don't think him getting traded to the Nuggets because they traded him for MPJ makes the Nuggets that much better.
Is MPJ on your list?
Yeah. Wait, is he? Yeah, he is.
Okay.
1 spot above Cam Johnson.
Okay.
So that's exactly what I'm saying. So like I don't think the Nuggets are going to be better with that trade. So like that's where it goes. But again, like I think his season's going to show. Like I think his numbers going to go down too. Like I don't think playing like again like you already have Jamal Murray on that team. You have Jokic. When he was on the Nets, like it was just him and Cam Thomas, and he was only able to put up 16 a game. Like now he's going to be a lot more of a complementary role piece. So I feel like next season when we do these rankings, it'll be different.
Okay, I think one of the players I have above you probably consider a 4 or something.
Okay.
Because MPJ is not on my list. I have 7. I have Franz.
Did I forget?
You asked about Franz before the pod, bro.
I forgot to put it. Wait. There's no way I forgot Franz. Oh no, I don't. Okay, never mind. I didn't forget Franz.
Okay.
I think I'm forgetting somebody else though, but like I don't really care if I forget something.
It's done now. Yeah, I don't honestly. I think I might have. I don't even like Franz that much. I think his game is like he's a 24 point per game scorer. I'm not gonna take that away from him, but Bro, his 3-point shot is so bad.
Yeah.
But I think like he's a good sort of second star. He's really good in the
Mhm.
mid range. He's a good finisher on the basket. Pretty decent defender.
Yeah.
He's sort of everything you want out of like a player. That I just don't know if he deserves a $230 million contract because that's a lot of money for someone.
I think that contract is like what is like making me put him on the list. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
You cannot put somebody that's
Yeah.
making 230 mil on
Yeah.
the list.
I don't know. I think this year I'm gonna watch more Magic games. Just
I
to,
also don't tune into the Magic
Yeah.
that much other than Paulo. So like I can't really speak on like his game too much.
Mhm.
But other than that 3-point shooting, that's like I know that's a big weakness in this
Mhm.
game. I know defensively he's actually like very
really
solid.
good. Yeah.
I know that. I know he can attack the basket pretty well.
Mhm.
But like other than that, I haven't watched him too much. So
Mhm.
I know like based off like other people and like I know one Magic fan who's really high on him.
Mhm.
And so I think he was injured for them last season too, right?
Yeah, him and Paulo both had that oblique injury.
So I think if they both are healthy with the addition of Desmond Bain, like you said,
They could be
they'll
kind of
be-
dangerous in the East, especially weak in the East.
Mhm.
This is 7.
7, I have MPJ.
Okay. Yeah.
I think Michael Porter Jr. is I feel like last season kind of people are undervaluing him. Yeah, he like just gets the ball and shoots it, but he does it pretty effectively. Like it's something that like I mean that's his whole game, like get the ball and shoot it. He averaged like 18 to 19 points per game on a team that had Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic. And I think that offensive production, like you're not gonna get that from Cam Johnson. Again, like defensively too, like he was not a bad defender. I think people think he was a bad defender. He wasn't a bad defender. Like he was actually above average for them. He would like very switchable, like 1 through 4. Honestly, he's like tall. He has the length to like stay in front of like fours. I don't think Cam Johnson is like as good defensively and like switchability wise. Like he's smaller, so I don't think you're gonna be able to put him against bigger defenders. So I think the Nuggets are gonna be worse, which is why I have him over Cam Johnson.
It's not a bad take. Honestly, if he didn't have the mic in his mouth, mic in his face, bro, I probably would have him on the list.
You
I don't know why. You gotta
get rid of the mic,
you gotta get rid of the mic, bro. 6. Jimmy Butler.
Oh, okay.
That's what you forgot, or?
No.
Oh, you even higher. Oh shit.
I have
Okay.
one spot higher.
Oh, okay. Jimmy Butler.
Oh damn! I think I know who I forgot. I forgot DeMar.
I did not forget DeMar. He's not on my list.
not on your list?
Nah.
Wait, that's really. No, it's not really forgetting.
I mean, it depends. He might be better than Jaden, but I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyways, so Jimmy Butler, he changed the Warriors' trajectory last season. They're 22 and 24. He comes in, they meet the playoffs. They're a strong team. I don't know. I just think at this stage he can't put together 82 games, and like that would kind of like force me to put him a little lower than the guys I have above him. I feel like the guys above him are a bit more consistent. But bro, at his peak, like there's like not that many better playoff performers. Like he's one of the best playoff performers in the league.
Mm-hmm.
So he didn't really show this season. He wasn't that effective, but like as a second option, like the Warriors are kind of blessed to have a player as good as Jimmy Butler.
Oh, you know what I did?
What?
When I was typing my rankings, I put 2 numbers twice. So I only had 9 players. Okay, that's what we'll do. I'll put DeMar at 10, and then I'll just move everyone up.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
DeMar give me a 10. Okay,
yeah.
calm.
So that means one player won't make my. No, that's the extra player.
Yeah.
So for my 6, I will put Trey Murphy the third.
That's high.
Yeah, it is very high for Trey Murphy the third. I know that, but I'm very high on him.
Okay.
I think he averaged 22 points per game or 21 points per game last year. Again, like half that team was hurt, but now Brandon Ingram is gone. They did get Jordan Poole. They have DeJounte Murray, but I think like DeJounte Murray's coming.
They have DQ too. Roll Terps.
Yeah, DQ. Jeremiah Fears, I guess. Obviously Zion.
Yeah.
But I think DeJounte Murray's like coming off an injury, so like he's not going to be the focal point of the offense. Jordan Poole is obviously not going to be the focal point of your offense, so it's going to be revolved around Trey Murphy and Zion.
Mm-hmm.
Trey Murphy can score at all 3 levels. He, in my opinion, is like a worse version of Herb Jones with 10 times better offense. Like,
you think Trey Murphy better than Franz Wagner?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think offensively, like the things he can do with the ball, like it's pretty impressive. And like those games where I think he had 3 40-point games or 2 40-point games last year, and he in one of the 40-point games he missed like 8 shots, and like he was and he's such a good shooter too. Like,
he's a really good shooter.
He's 6'10", and like he can shoot that shit from deep. And I think like next season he'll again like average 20, 21 again on like much better efficiency because you're playing alongside someone that gravitates the ball so much.
Mhm.
So he's my 6.
At my 5, I have Kawhi Leonard.
Okay.
He'd probably won if he played more games. Like we saw, like that first game of the playoffs, he was like that might have been one of the best shooting performances in my life. He's still really good. He might be a corrupt guy apparently, but they're not going to do anything with that. Really.
Yeah.
So he's still like at his best. He's still probably the most complete player at this position. Like he's still guard. He can still shoot at all 3 levels. He's still a really good finisher. He's still a pretty good passer. He's still good at everything. I just gotta see him play more games. I guess last season he played 30 games. This season he looks to play like 60 to 70 according to what they're saying right now. So if he can play more games and operate at the same level, then he might even be higher on this list. But
yeah,
I think 5 is a decent spot to have him.
5 for me is Amen Thompson.
Okay.
I think the 4 players above him, you probably know who I have at this point.
I don't.
You don't?
I don't know who you just said as a power forward.
Well, it's probably interesting. Yeah, so I have 4 players.
Okay,
I don't think I forgot anyone.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't think I could put him above the next 4 players because the next 4 players have already done stuff in the league, especially like last season or maybe even the season before, where they're kind of established already, and like going into the next season they're gonna do the same thing. I feel like Amen stuff is defensively it's not based off potential. We've seen it, but offensively, like the next step is kind of more based off of potential. But
did you talk about Jimmy Butler? You said you had Jimmy Butler 1 spot higher last time when I said, did you have him on your list?
Oh yeah, but that messed up my thing.
Oh, okay.
Thing, yeah.
Okay.
But Jimmy's on my list too.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
He's one of the 4 names.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
He's actually 4.
Okay.
But yeah, I think, like you said, like a baby Giannis comparison is like good. I think he needs to have a mid-range shot. I think you think he can develop one.
Yeah.
But like I also think he can. It's a mid-range. Doesn't need
sort of like Russ, bro.
Yeah. So if he can do something like that, then like put him at. You might as well put him at 3.
Yeah. 4, I have Jaylen Brown.
Okay.
I'm really confused. I think I wonder who you didn't consider a small forward. Maybe my 3.
Maybe.
I think Jaylen Brown. Fuck, I might want to have him lower. I'm not gonna lie. I don't even like Jaylen Brown that much. He's super balanced though. Like I think what you're gonna see from at least 2 of the players above on this list is they're super balanced players. Like they play both sides at their peak. And he's one of the best defenders on that Celtics team. He's one of the best offense players on the Celtics team. He won Finals MVP for crying out loud. But last season, obviously a down year. I think this year, if he doesn't average like 28, 29, like there's gonna be some questions. I think.
Wait, I have a question.
Yeah.
Isn't LeBron playing power forward next season?
Oh yeah. Okay. So I have LeBron as a spot.
Okay. That's probably what.
Okay.
Because I was thinking because AD's not there anymore, so I was like, he's gonna play power forward next season technically. Oh no, they have Rui still, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Yeah. Okay.
But he's on my power forward.
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Imagine if LeBron James in one of these lists.
That would have been wild.
But yeah, I think Jaylen Brown.
Okay.
A pretty good player.
For 4 from 4, yeah.
Yeah, you said Jimmy, right?
Butler. Yeah. I think he had a pretty good end to the season last year, but in the playoffs he kind of disappeared. Everyone expected playoff Jimmy to come, especially when Steph got hurt, but we kind of saw the opposite. I think he was more like he didn't really want the ball in my opinion when he was playing. He was a little bit more shy. Again, like you're playing in a new offensive system, you don't really know what to do. You're in a big game, but I think next year he will be a good piece next to Steph. I think he'll still be able to play at a high level.
Yeah.
So I have him at 4.
3 of Kevin Durant.
Okay. I also have KD as a power forward.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say I assumed it was KD that you had. I know you had LeBron too. Oh, okay. Okay, shout out OKC.
Yeah.
So I think what can you say about Kevin Durant?
Yeah.
Again, another player, bro. Do I think he's better than Kawhi? I'm trying to think in my head, but
see, we've had this discussion before. He doesn't do anything except score the ball.
Yeah. So I don't know if I mean,
technically, has he really ever done anything except score the ball?
He's a really good rebounder.
Wasn't he a good defender at one point?
He was a good defender on the Warriors too.
Yeah.
And Loki underrated passer, but now it's really just scoring the ball. I mean, scoring the ball at 26 points per game and elite efficiency. Like it's still gonna put you top 3 in this list.
Yeah.
But like I don't think he's gonna elevate the Rockets as much as people think he is. Like I think people who think that just kind of see Kevin Durant's name. But still, nonetheless, he's still like he might be a 2 guard playing for the Rockets at this point.
Yeah,
from
you
what
never
fucking
even don't
Ime
even know
Udoka's
what he's
saying.
gonna be.
Yeah, so he's gonna be really good.
3 for me, I have Kawhi.
Okay.
Again, like didn't really see too much of him last season, but at the end, when was it the Clippers series?
Mm-hmm.
He did not miss at all.
You mean
the season?
The Nuggets series?
The Nuggets series, yeah, the Nuggets series. There was like 2 games where he just didn't miss.
Game 1, right?
Yeah, game 1 he didn't miss. Again, he did disappear one game where the Clippers didn't need him a lot, or the Nuggets. Yeah, the Clippers didn't need him a lot, but
Game 7.
Yeah, game 7. But again, I think he only how many regular season games did he play last season?
I think 30. Like 30 or something.
Yeah. Again, if he plays 60 regular season games, he's gonna average 25 points per game, in my opinion. Defensively, I think he'll be slower, but I think he'll still be a very, very good defender, just because of like defense is all about like feel and kind of like knowing what to do on the court, and he's been a great defender for so long. So off ball, I think he'll still be there. Even on ball, like when he gets switched on to like weaker offensive players, like he'll still be able to hold his own. So I think 3 is like a good place for him.
Yeah. Fuck. You have J-Dub higher than me.
Damn, really?
Yeah, bro. That's
so true.
Yeah, I have J-Dub at 2. So yeah, at the end of the year, I think we won. Like I think LeBron's gonna get. I think we're gonna see the decline of LeBron this season.
100%.
But I mean, at this, we did at some point, right? He has.
Fuck LeBron, man. That stupid ass.
he is sciatica, so I don't know. But J-Dub, I said Kawhi might be the most complete player. I think J-Dub's probably the most complete player at his position. Like, there's really no weakness. Like, he's a 40% shooter from 3. He's great in the mid range, great at the basket. Probably our second best defender. Like, nothing. He hit a 40 ball in the finals.
Yeah.
Even Shea hadn't done that.
Yep.
So, like, yeah, I feel like if he's gonna easily be one at the end of this list at the end of the year. Yes, there's the greatest player of all time still playing, so you got to give him some respect.
Yeah. 2 for me is Jaylen Brown.
Yeah.
I don't really want to. I mean, he's good. Like he's
good, but there's a jump.
There is a jump from Jaylen Brown to J-Dub. Yeah. I don't think before last season, people would have said that, but like it's pretty big jump. I'll talk about like J-Dub. I think 3rd team All NBA, 2nd team All Defense, 1st time All Star.
Was he 1st team All Defense or no?
Was it 1st team or 2nd team?
Actually, it might have been 2nd team.
I think it was 2nd.
Might have been 2nd team.
Yeah. But still, like basically being like he basically got like all his first accolades in one season, and you saw like I think the jump he really needed was like that consistency.
He had the Walmart year, Shea.
Yeah, it was like, and I think the biggest jump he needed from last playoffs to this playoffs was like the consistency in his offensive game, and I was especially one of the people to like really say that. Even the regular season, I kept saying like, "Oh, Jada needs to be more consistent," because
it wasn't there until Game 4 of the Nuggets series. Yeah. Really, like that's when he really took off.
There was games in the regular season where like you guys would play really, really good for 3 quarters, and then 1 quarter like was one player that you really needed would disappear. And majority of the time that'd be J-Dub, who would go like 0 for 4, 0 for 5 in like 3rd quarter or something. But when the playoffs came around, like he dropped like 30 points a couple times in a row, dropped 40 points in the finals. Was playing elite defense at one. I think the defensive side, the versatility is like another like thing that separates him from so much on the list. Like again, he's not like 6'10". He doesn't have a wingspan compared to like Herbert Jones, Jaden McDaniels. But Herb could have made the list in my opinion too. I think he doesn't really play that much. He doesn't have an offensive game too much either.
Yeah.
But like he's kind of like undersized compared to a lot of people on this list for like wingspan and stuff like that. But he's able to guard Jokic.
Yeah.
So like things like that, like. If you're able to do that, and I mean nobody else in the league is able to do that, other than like Alex Caruso, I guess.
Yeah.
So you got to be number 1.
Yeah, and
like his numbers don't really like. I mean, they're good. Like 21 points per game. Like what? Like
21, 6 and 6.
Yeah, like
6 and 5.
In this like age, like 21 points per game isn't like super crazy. But like
unless someone's scoring 34.
Yeah. But if you watch him play, like you can really tell how like impactful he is for like that team.
Yeah. What can you say about? Like my number 1.
Yeah.
It's
crazy though because
40 years old and he's the number 1 small forward in the league, bro. It's insane. What are you supposed to do about this guy, bro?
Tell him to retire, man.
Yeah. This is crazy. Like he's never had a season where he has made an All NBA team. Last year's All NBA second team.
Jesus Christ,
he's never had
22 years.
He's never had a season where he hasn't finished the top 10 in MVP rate.
Yes,
That's at his
he's
rookie
made an
season.
All-Star game every year too, right?
If you take away his rookie year,
Yeah.
he's been All NBA every year, All Star every year, MVP finalist, like top 10 every year. He was 7th last year in the MVP race. It's just he's unreal, bro. Like and the fact that he's gone like
He
this
dropped, like,
good at shooting
He
at
dropped like
this
38
age,
in the playoffs too against us.
like the fact that he's like almost a 40% 3-point shooter at this stage in his career, bro. Like
Shooting that bitch from like the
He's-
logo too.
he's the GOAT, bro.
Yeah. I can't really say too much either, but
You'll talk about him on the
It's-
next episode.
yeah, it's insane how good he is.
Yeah.
I don't have him at number 1 on the next episode.
We shouldn't.
Yeah, because we know who number 1
Yeah,
is.
yeah,
but
yeah.
like,
Yeah, he's insane.
but yeah, I think next episode we will do power forwards and centers, and
Mhm.
then tomorrow we're probably gonna end up recording our NFL picks episode. So we'll release that on Thursday morning before the Thursday games, and
Yeah.
then this episode will be released. Well, you guys will watch it. It'll be Wednesday.
Yeah.
We're recording it on Tuesday night.
Yeah.
But yeah, just keep sticking with us until basketball season, which starts in exactly 1 week, the 21st, where
Yes.
the Thunder open the season off against the Rockets, where they will raise their banner when KD comes to OKC. So that'll be a fun first match. But yeah, until then, just keep following us on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok at Off the Dribble Pod, and we will see you guys next episode. Peace.